Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Friday, the 3rd of December, 2024. As you can see, I'm still continuing to experiment with mic positionings for different shows. This morning for the podcast, I kind of had the mic in front of me like this, and I think it worked good. Like, no one really complained. And so we're going to test out different things so we kind of find the right ones. All right. Anyway, so today was a great streaming day. Good variety of stuff, good support, a good way to end the week. Even DSP tries it, so let's talk about it. First off, on the first stream, it was the Level 1 podcast. And on the podcast, I had some more updates regarding the year-end series, which are now going to begin on Sunday night. So that's great. In addition, I talked about my new wrestling commentary show and more updates that I had on it. And some other interesting just Q&A and stuff, housekeeping stuff here or there. So it was a good show, a nice chill show. Then we jumped into Dark Souls, now modded on my PC. It had the remaster, which had updated graphics, lighting, frame rate, and the light. And then also, we did the Age of Sunlight edition, which this edition adds new classes, new weapons, and gameplay. For example, bosses now have new boss phases and attacks. Enemies are all much tougher with higher HP levels and things like that. They hit for more damage. Basically, it just makes the game more challenging because you're going to have new classes and weapons and things it kind of accounts for. So I played it for 3 hours, and I got all the way up to, arguably, I think I beat 3 bosses. So I got arguably up to, like, the part where it kind of opens up and you could go other directions. Like, you could go to Darkroot Base and you could go into the woods, or you could take the shortcut that takes you to the back of New Londo and go over to the back ledges there, and you can go up to like the back way to get to Blight Town. So there's different things you can do at this point. It's way more open world of a game, and not very linear. So we did a lot, and I'll tell you, it was fun. Some of the bosses had really unique, interesting boss patterns. Like the Taurus Demon had 2 new attacks he never previously had, which was really cool to see. Also, I fought the Stray Demon. I went right back to the asylum, basically, as soon as I could, and I fought the Stray Demon, which was very challenging because you're not supposed to fight the Stray Demon right away. Took me a while, but I got it done, so I ended up getting rewarded with a ton of souls, which allowed me to level up a lot, and I'm having a good time with it. Here's a weird thing that happened during the stream, and this has been happening all day on YouTube, and I'm not sure what's causing it. People were basically saying that they were getting this weird slow mode error. So if you don't know what slow mode is on YouTube, in the chat room, when you're chatting on a stream, slow mode allows it so that you can only talk and type a message every certain amount of seconds, okay? So I have it set to 10 seconds. So you could type, then you have to wait 10 seconds, then you could type again. You might say, well, why do you need that? Bots. People who go in there, they're trolls, and they use these stupid bots. And these bots then screw everything up, right? They're spamming messages and everything, and you don't want that. It's literally the only way you really need that to control it is with this slow mode. The only reason you would ever need it. So it worked. Let me put it this way. It definitely worked for a long time. All of a sudden today, people are saying they're going into the chat and they're trying to talk and they're getting an error. Oh, you have to wait. Slow mode is on. And they're like, wait, what? But I haven't said anything yet. Then type again. Slow mode is on. They'll leave, come back, go to type. Slow mode is on. You can't type. So a whole bunch of people who normally would be actively chatting couldn't chat. It was weird because I was looking at the viewer count, and on YouTube, we had a really good view count, and on Kick, we had a decent view count. And it's like, why isn't that many people talking? But I didn't know that this was going on until very late in the stream. It's obviously disappointing to me because if people are there to see mods and want to talk about Dark Souls, it sucks that half the people couldn't talk. So after a while, near the end of the stream, I turned off slow mode. All of a sudden, a few people are like, oh, yeah, I've been here the whole stream and hasn't been able to talk until right now. It's just another case where someone at YouTube, the coder or whatever, said, ooh, I'm going to change the code and try to update and improve things, and then they screwed the whole thing up. And then, now everyone has to suffer. No one can use it properly. It's pretty pathetic. Literally happens all the time at YouTube. Anyway, the first stream went on down well. Now, did I hit the goal? No. Did I get good support? I did. It was pretty good support. So I'm not complaining. We're going to continue on with more of that on Sunday. The late stream tonight was the return of Street Fighter. But before we did that, between the streams, I did an episode of DSP Tries It, California Burrito and Taco Shop, trying out the fajita burrito with chicken, the shrimp taco, and the tilapia fish taco. Without spoiling, only one item that I tried was good. literally 1 out of 3. And I was like, wow, that's disappointing because when you're trying a new business out, you basically want to be able to get, some good staple things to try. The hair stuck on this mic. I'm trying to get it. Um, and I feel like I didn't get that. I feel like it was pretty disappointing overall, ordering 3 items and only one was really even tasty. So if you want to see that, it's live over on DSP Reacts. The Dark Souls gameplay is live on DSP Gaming. The podcast, as of the time of me filming this tonight, is not live yet because I had so many videos to upload and I started uploading later because I did DSP Tries It. Sadly, I didn't get to get everything live, so the podcast isn't live yet, but it will be live soon. I will upload it as soon as I'm done recording this along with tonight's footage. So tonight, it was Street Fighter 6 Friday Night Fights, the return of M. Bison. As usual, I'm just going to be honest, the game's not very good online. Why? Input drops are very plentiful, even though Street Fighter players don't admit it. This game drops a ton of inputs online with its shitty rollback netcode. I hate rollback netcode. That's number one. Number two, the game is sadly everyone who's left over is a tryhard, playing nonstop, who studied frame traps and easy mode safe combos, safety moves. No one's taking risks. No one even understands fundamentals anymore. Literally, it's, oh, I memorized pattern that will work 8 times out of 10, so just keep pattern over and over, and hopefully I get a win. And it's fun when you beat these people, but sadly, because they've been sitting there with their execution labbing and playing the same characters nonstop, try hard mode for so long, someone like me who's only occasionally playing, it's pretty hard to beat someone who's just frame trapping you over and over, even though there's no intelligence behind that kind of gameplay. It's effective in this game. Rush down frame trapping is ridiculous, Fighter 6. So I did win a bunch, but I lost a bunch too. It's the usual, I swore at the game or whatever. So people said, oh, calm down. Do you want to play Call of Duty instead? I said, nah, it's fine, And I even admitted tonight, I said, I think I just have a lot more fun playing this game with like Dalzim than I think I do with other characters, because with Dalzim, it's a ranged game. It feels different playing with Dalzim. I don't have to really deal with a lot of the rush down most of the time if I can keep it away. So it makes it feel fun again, like a fighting game. While when I play with a character like Bison, it's just like, well, this character is going to now do 72 moves in a row. You're going to be locked in place and unable to stop any of those moves until finally you get one random opening. So you better be ready for it so you can get your opening and then you can get your offense going. But the thing with Bison is, if you get one hit in, you're going to do monster damage, and then you can kind of control the match after that, especially if you end a combo where the mines is on the person. So it's kind of like, it's not, Bison's not a bad character. He's one of the best in the game, but at the same time, unless you're playing a rush down frame trap character, the game just doesn't feel like a very good fighting game, and that's sad. So played all night, over 2 hours of gameplay. That footage will be live on the channel. And by the way, we absolutely did hit the goals tonight. We exceeded them a little bit. So an outstanding day of gameplay and support. Everything went great, okay? Now, I am not here tomorrow, Saturday. I will be doing errands and having my day off. It's going to be another very busy day for me. So don't be surprised if when I come back on Sunday, I'm all tired again, because here we go. Another day off where I just don't get any time for myself. I'm going to be running around all day doing shit. But when I come back on Sunday, we'll have a chill level 1 podcast to get you caught up. And then it's going to be more of Dark Souls Remastered Age of Sunlight. And then the night stream will be the premiere of my year-end series, Worst Game Playthroughs of 2024. There's 20 of them. So I have to talk about them each, in a little bit of detail. So I don't actually know if we're going to end up wrapping up with the countdown on Sunday night, or, I would love to do both countdowns of the worst game playthroughs and the best game playthroughs of the year in one night. But I just don't know if it's viable to talk about 20 different games in an hour. I mean, that would be a big ask, right? I'm only talking about each game for like 2-3 minutes. I'd have to turbo through a bunch. So we'll see how it goes. I'll have it all ready. And if we can get through all the year-end series Sunday night, we will. If not, we'll split it between Sunday night and Monday night. Okay? And just a quick heads up, if you didn't see the podcast yet, I do have a wrestling commentary show that's going to premiere this Tuesday morning. On this coming Tuesday, I am not going to be doing a podcast. Instead, I'm going to co-broadcast my new wrestling commentary show where Ashton from Kino Casino is my co-host, and we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw together. I'm actually going to watch it Monday night on Netflix, and we're going to talk about wrestling for the first time for me in like 10 years. It's going to be pretty interesting. So it should be a good show. We'll give it a shot, and I hope you'll join me. It's going to be co-broadcast on the DSP Reacts channel and the Kick channel, DSP Reel, at the same time, at the same time slot, I should say, that I would have streamed the Level 1 podcast. So that's going to be starting between like 11:15, 11:30 a.m. and probably running around 90 minutes to 2 hours, okay? All right. So, guys, thank you so much please enjoy the gameplay. Please enjoy your day away. I'll be back on Sunday. I'll have another great, fun week of content here on the channels, all right? Everyone, thank you so much for your support. Have a good night. I will see you all on Sunday. Peace out.